I never said I would join this club. Ooh, that's harsh. Oh, they're all, look at their faces. Except Sayori. I don't think Sayori is included yet. Hey guys, this is Artem and welcome to the Doki Doki Literature Club. I am going to be playing this game for the first time on my channel. I'm super excited to play it. So I literally picked this game because it's based in school and it's kind of like schooly, Halloween-y season coming up. So I felt like this is a good game that sort of adds to the collection of games that I'm doing right now. I don't actually know how this game is horror, but apparently it is. And I definitely believe that it is because I just got like 5 warnings about how the game's not even for kids. When you first open the game, like literally there's like a bunch of warnings that says to just approach with caution. So I don't know where that's gonna come in, but that's what I was told. So without further ado, I'm just gonna jump right into this game. I'm really excited to play this game. It's pretty cool. It looks good. Is this the first visual? No, this is not the first visual. I got a couple of other grodier Let's Plays on visual novels on my channel, but I'm really excited about this one because the other ones were pretty random, but like this one looks really, really, really pretty. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. She's breathing so hard. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's me, Naku. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Haku, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Oh, he's like, I'm not doing it. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just to getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? If she's so carefree and she has to lecture you, then you kind of sound a little we kind of sound a little lazy. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Whoa! No choice? You can start literally anywhere, but if that's what, you know, tickles your fancy, go ahead. Hello? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way of going to your club. The way she came in, like, yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, we're going. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to go to the anime club. That's where my interests are. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. I knew it had to be something. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Oh my gosh. They're like invested in it, like I'm supposed to show up. Pressure. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Sounds familiar. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. Whoa! I never even said I would join. Oh my gosh. I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meeting you. I don't know how to read. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Haku, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Oh, she's like a chihuahua. She's got the most amount of bite. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Haku. Monika smiled sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me is so genuine, it feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Haku. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey! I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Ooh. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Mayuri. What did I say? Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wraps tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Aw! The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayuri grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayuri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Thank you, Natsuki. Oh, why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Anything for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayuri said, well, maybe. Okay. But not for, you know, you. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying the tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayuri. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayuri seemed really happy here, so... Good cover-up. It's a good cover-up. That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader at the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Yeah, that's suspicious. This chick is, if she's like really popular, I'm surprised she isn't able to collect more people to come to the club. But I don't know, maybe that's a part of the horrific aspect of it. Or maybe that just justifies not animating a bunch of other character designs. I don't know. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all that effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Hopefully. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Haku, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Yeah, literally. If that's what you're into, then that's what you're into. That's still technically reading, right? It doesn't need an answer, it's a given. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Okay, what are you reading? Lord of the Rings? Like, what, like, genre? And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Yeah, good for her, yeah, that's awesome. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Yeah, you gotta strike while the iron's hot if that's the only thing you've ever done. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. That's what I was talking about. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. I don't know about Monica. I don't know about Monica. She's a little bit too vigilant, I think. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine. Nah, that's suspicious. That's so suspicious. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri saddles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulder. It should say slides behind Natsuki and maintains the same pose. Okay, I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I keep clicking out of the game. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Oh, the music is always so loud. Very loud. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experiences too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set up an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I don't even want to share. She's like, I don't even want to share mine. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Every other text box I'm clicking out. It's weird. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Haku? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Nah, she's weird. She's so weird. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Ooh, that's harsh. Oh, they're all, look at their faces. Except Sayori. I don't think Sayori is clued in yet. Not this frame. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Haku, you'll... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Oh my gosh. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayuri rubs her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Haku, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Haku, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for the clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the 2 of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright guys, I'm gonna call this part 1 of my Doki Doki Literature Club playthrough. It's gonna be part 1. We're gonna write a poem tonight. And we'll come back for part 2. I'm really intrigued by this game. Like I'm no kidding. There were maybe like, what? There's been a couple of warnings. There's warnings when you are on the game, when you're on the download page, when you download the game and you open the game, and then I think a second time when you open the game, there's like multiple warnings. So I'm really intrigued to see where this storyline goes and where like the scary parts come in. Like I'm really curious and really scared because everything is all like, even like all, you know, when you go on Steam and it has like that long list of like interactions with this game, like there's nothing really, like there isn't really anything. It's just like pictures of the characters and whatnot. So it's like, I haven't seen anything that like really makes me feel like, oh my gosh, this is horrifying. So I don't know, I'm looking forward to see where that comes in. Anyways, they called it a night. I'm calling it a night. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you stuck it out to the end. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you in part 2.